Mr. Girardi, how goes the battle?
Hi, sir.
It's been a while since we touched base. How are you feeling today? What brings you here?
Grimaldi. Didn't the nurse give you my paperwork and you just fill out the health form?
Yeah, sure. Briefly, so what's on your mind?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm pretty stressed out about some new conditions that I've noticed.
Are you getting enough exercise?
Well, I'm working 12 to 14 hours a day and I'm just trying to get my business back in the black and I get home and it's like all I can do to just get my ass to sit down and drag myself into bed.
Work. Work is a cop-out. Take me, for example. I work all day long, but I still have energy at the end of the day, and it's because I have a good exercise program. Exercise should be a real priority in one's life, and it's always good to have a good, comprehensive program of exercise. And speaking of exercise, did you catch the game last week? The Rockies got creamed by the Rangers.
Yeah.
It was in the third inning. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was awesome.
You're a sports fan, right?
It was awesome.
All right.
How about my condition?
Oh yeah, quickly. In a nutshell, tell me it's sciatica, right? We all have something. Take a look at that thumb. See that? I can't extend that all the way. You know why? Because when I was 4 years old, I got the damn thing stuck in my tricycle. Almost lost the thumb from the knuckle down. We all have something, right? Anyway, health, health is priority number one. We all really need to make our health a priority, Mr. Girardi. And when I first met you, you struck me as somebody who was very proactive in terms of his health. You have your own business now. You're obviously someone who takes stock in himself and in his future and doesn't leave things to chance. You should continue to be proactive in terms
Look. I know I only get 15 minutes before you see your next patient. Can we just get to where I came? It's about these problems that I'm having.
When was it I saw you? It was about 8 months ago. You were telling me you had gastroenteritis. It was exacerbated by some new injury. Your friend punched you in the stomach.
Yes, punched me in the stomach, yes.
That's terrible.
It ripped the lining of my stomach and I was hemorrhaging, and since that asshole stole all my money, I could only afford to stay in the hospital for 4 days, and most of that wasn't even covered by my insurance. Since then I've been having more eating problems and I'm up all night. I got diarrhea and stomach pains, and I don't know, you know that shoulder injury that you treated me for like last year?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's acting up again, and I told you about that on the last visit.
And I put you on, what was it? Ceremitol, 2 20-milligram capsules 3 times a day.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Around, 6 weeks after I started taking it, I started getting like heart palpitations and it's twitching in my eye, and it never went away, and I still got them, and I think it's a side effect from the drug.
That's impossible. That's impossible. That drug can't do that. That drug is extremely well tolerated. Those symptoms of yours must be due to another
Well,
cause.
it started, right when the drugs were supposed to take effect, and I've never had heart palpitations in my life, and my eye never twitched. Plus, I went to see an ophthalmologist and a cardiologist, and they both explained to me that I have no pre-existing conditions, nor does anyone in my family.
I prescribed that drug to over 500 patients with no side effects, no problems whatsoever. I'm not denying that you have these conditions. I'm not denying that you feel this way, but that in itself can be stressful, Just a heads up, we have a really excellent psychiatric wing, and you might want to consider talking to one of my colleagues. I can refer.
It's not in my mind, it's in my eye and in my heart. And I know it's from the drugs that you put me on.
Okay, you know what? You're going to have to calm down, all right? Anxiety in itself can be very detrimental to your health.
I'm not anxious. You're the one who's pissing me off. Look, I'm sure it's the meds. It's my body, and I can tell.
Sure.
And it's real. Look at my eye. It twitches.
Anxiety disorder. Sure. It's your body. I know that's how you feel. I'm not saying, listen, Pete, if you don't mind, can I call you Pete?
Call me Pete, but my name's Eugene.
Right, Eugene, okay. I'm known as a shoot-from-the-hip doctor, okay? I'm not the kind of doctor that's going to give you a lot of BS. I'm going to tell it to you straight, okay? In my opinion, I really think that you need some psychological counseling to help you sort out the real symptoms sustained from your conditions to that injury, from the hysterical emotional responses manifesting themselves in your body as erstwhile symptoms. But in the meantime, I want you to raise the dosage of that Ceremitol from 120 to 160 milligrams. I want you to try this new drug, Exemerol.
If I increase the Ceremitol, it's just going to make the side effects worse.
That's why I'm adding the new drug, Exemerol. In addition to its own benefits, it decreases the side effects from drugs such as Suremitol. If you believe that these problems with your eye and your heart are actually caused by the Suremitol, which I have to say I seriously doubt, then taking the drugs together should cause the symptoms to return to baseline.
Well, first of all, my catastrophic only health coverage does not cover prescription medication. But more importantly, my PDR that I have at home specifically says that Exemerol is a very powerful anti-seizure medication that can be toxic. And it's only been on the market for 3 weeks. I mean, did they even know the long-term effects of this stuff?
Mr. Girardi.
That's Grimaldi. Grimaldi, you've been seeing me, what, for 8 years, for Christ's sakes?
Mr. Grimaldi, do we have a problem in terms of your level of reliance on my professional ability? Because I think you need to remain calm, all right? Anxiety has its own adverse side effects on the body, especially with somebody in your fragile condition. Please let me assure you, Mr. Garabedian, that you're in very capable hands, okay? At the risk of tooting my own horn, I can assure you that you'll not find a more qualified physician than I am. Believe it, all right? I've earned my postdoctorate from Harvard Medical School. I've been practicing in the best medical institutions for 16 years. I'm on the board of directors at the Leahy Clinic, Johns Hopkins Medical Center. And in addition, I've been a regular contributor to JAMA, that's the Journal of the American Medical Association, and I've been a medical consultant for the TV series Unsolved Mysteries.
What about my unsolved miseries? I'm scared, Doc. And you don't even seem to give a shit about my condition. You don't even believe me when I tell you that this medication caused these conditions, do you?
I believe you believe it.
Look, I'm sorry, Doc, but I've been thinking about this for a long time. I'm out of here. This is bullshit. I'm getting another PCP. I mean, I've had my share of quacks, but there's got to be a good one out there, so...
What time is it? That obnoxious, ungrateful, troublemaking little shit. I'm a professional. How dare he think that I don't care about my patients? This is my life, this is my livelihood, and this is my vocation.